Oh, we've got huge ambitions for British rowing. I mean, clearly in the short term we've got Rio coming up, so we need to maintain our position on the medal table, and I'm very confident that our preparations are going to plan. We also need to maximise and capitalise on the profile that the sport gets. We're a similar sport to many other Olympic and Paralympic sports where we get a small window of opportunity, and really what I'm trying to gear the organisation up is to grab that opportunity, whether it's in terms of growth, awareness, commercial partners. We've got a small window of opportunity to do that. Looking a little bit further beyond that to the midterm, we've got a restructure in place at the moment, which is exciting. We're trying to modernise the organisation and move it a little bit away from the membership association to a small business, and develop some business discipline, business acumen, and really start to make sure that we're agile and responsive to the future. And I suppose one of the biggest challenges for us is, as with just about any small to medium-sized business, it's about income, it's about the bottom line. How do we get more value for money out of what we got, and how do we encourage others to come into partnership with us? Probably the big challenge that all of us in sport have got is, why would people do our sport? We are in an era where you've got a generation with iPads, Xboxes, esports, loads of distractions. You've got parents who are more time poor than the generation before them. And the question I keep asking myself and asking my team is, why would people choose rowing? We've got some brilliant reasons for that. It's very healthy, it's got a fantastic value set, it's outdoors. There's a whole myriad of things, but I think in the past we've spoken more to the rower than to the non-rower. And as a non-rower, what I want my team to be doing and my organisation to be doing is to be extolling the virtues of the sport and really getting people passionate and excited about it. I developed over time because I've worked with some tremendous people who have helped me develop, and I say that all the way back through to my CEO at Paralympics New Zealand. I've worked with some extremely empowering people who've allowed me to develop my own skills, develop my own personality, make my own mistakes, which has been important. And I've had some excellent chairmen that have supported me and mentored me, particularly in the latter phases of developing my own leadership style. So I would say a bit of good management and probably a lot of luck, to be honest. A fantastic chairman I worked with 2 roles ago. When I left to go and take up UK anti-doping, she said to me, make sure you have time to think. And do you know what, my PA catches me staring, looking out the water in this role, and I'm like, no, I am working, I'm trying to think, I'm trying to work out what we do next. And I think that's an underestimated piece of advice, actually, because I think in sport a lot of people and a lot of leaders, we're quite active, we quite like doing stuff. But I sort of take a conscious decision every now and again to step back and stare out the window of a bus and actually think a little bit. The single biggest quality for a leader in sport is to be authentic. Now, that might sound a little bit trite, but certainly with what's going on at the moment, with governance challenges, anti-doping, match fixing, integrity, all those sorts of things, you've got to be authentic, you've got to be yourself. And I've always been a firm believer in that. In actual fact, it sort of terrified me a little bit when I was coming through and starting to, I suppose, show my leadership skills, is I didn't want to morph into a off-the-shelf leader. And I don't think I have. I think if you spoke to my staff, they'd probably agree with it. But you've got to be authentic, you've got to be yourself, and you've got to lead by example.